So in this video, we are going to talk about Native Camp. So I am going to give you an honest review about Native Camp after teaching here for 10 months already. So without further ado, let's get started. Just to give you a heads up guys that I am just a part-time ESL teacher here at Native Camp, it is because I have my main ESL teaching company. So maybe some of you are asking like, why are you teaching in two different companies? Why don't you just teach in one? So I have my personal reasons why am I doing that. The first reason is that I have this what we call needs and wants. So I use my main ESL teaching company. I work there for my needs such as electricity, internet bill, foods, and something that I can give to my parents or to my family, and at the same time for my future such as savings and emergency funds. While for the other company, which is Native Camp, I'm using my money there or my salary there to spend for leisure. So say for example, I want to travel or to buy something that I don't really need. I use my Native Camp salary to buy those stuff. So going back to the question, why do you have two companies? Why? You can just work for one. So it is because I am one of that person who is very unorganized, especially in spending money. So say for example, I have one company and this is my salary. I tend to overspend. I've got really stressed out if I have money on my wallet, so I cannot save anything. That's why I use this methodology for me to get organized and at the same time to save money. Because it is very important for us to save money, especially into these days that we are in a pandemic. We don't know what are going to happen in the future. So at this young age, even though I don't look young at this video, I am making methodologies so that, in the future, I can be ready, or anytime, any minute, I am ready, whatever might happen. So for the overview of this video, we have four categories or four topics that we're going to talk about for today. First one is what is Native Camp. So the nature of the work, what is the company, what students are you teaching, what are the things that you need, and more. So those are the information that you can get to the first topic. The second topic is the experiences that I have in positive way. So all those alternative experiences or phenomenology that I have experienced, I'm going to tell you that. And then, of course, the next thing is the negative things. Because if you are working for a certain company, it will not always be, happy or chill. There are times that you're going to get really stressed and we cannot really control that. And then number four, why am I teaching here at Native Camp? And also, maybe some bonus thoughts or final thoughts about Native Camp. We're also going to do that. So Native Camp, it is an ESL teaching company. From the word itself or from the letters itself, ESL, it is an English as a second language teaching company where it allows you to teach English online. So here we are catering majority Japanese students. So you're going to teach them English. So if you have the capabilities of teaching Japanese students, especially if you have the four qualities of fluency in English, which are listening, speaking, reading, and writing, and of course, teaching methodologies, or you like kids and adults, or speaking to other people, of course, social interaction skill, then you can work as an ESL teacher. Other requirements are working experience, but I ain't really sure about that right now, but I'm gonna update you in the description box. And also, of course, good internet connection. You should have a laptop, computer, or Mac. If you have that, say for example, you're really rich, you can use Mac for that. So those are some of the requirements that you need to be able to work here. And of course, savings account. It could be PNB or BPI. And last one, PIN number. And how about the salary? So I think the starting salary for Native Camp is 80 pesos per book class. So that's going to be a 26-minute class. And for sudden lessons, you're gonna get 55 pesos. But during this time that I uploaded this video, it is 57.20. So that's for a 26-minute class. So basically, if you're going to multiply it by 2, 57.20 times 2, 114.40 or zero point 0.4. And then for book class, for starters, it's gonna be 160 pesos per hour. First of all, if you already watched my videos before, Native Camp is a dream ESL teaching company for me because I have experienced a lot of hardships in my first company, which is actually my main ESL teaching company even into these days. And I'm going to work there for a year now. So I'm going to celebrate my anniversary this 12th of April. So when I passed Native Camp, all my hopes went up and I really wanted to teach here. So I met a lot of amazing people here. People or Japanese students are fluent. They are really willing to learn the English language and they are very friendly. And say for example, you appreciate their culture and you can speak their language even if you can just say konnichiwa or watashi wa sama-sensei desu or sayonara. If you can speak those words perfectly, they're going to be happy. So that's what I like about Japanese people. They are friendly and they are really endorsing their country because people there are very nationalistic. So that's what I like about it. And at the same time, I really want to go to Japan. Japan is a great country to go into as far as I know because people there are obedient, they know how to respect other people, and they are sensitive to others people's feelings. So teaching here isn't bad for me. I think it's a really good way to teach here, especially that the book has its own script. You will just need to follow it. The answer keys are also provided, and at the same time, it's very accessible. You just need Google Chrome or Internet Explorer. No, not Internet Explorer. Microsoft Edge or Mozilla Firefox to teach. You don't need an application for it. And they just use browser to teach people. I think it's really good. So this is not actually that negative. I just want to share it to you to be transparent. I will not give the name of the student or if she's a girl or he's a boy because in this video I don't want to spread hate. I just want you guys to get well versed about it. So say for example you experience it in the future, then you will know or you would likely know how to handle the situation. So this what happens. So I was actually going for a sudden class that time. I went on standby because I'm expecting of course a student to come. And then this one student came into the class and then I said, Konnichiwa, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. And after I said that, the student stated, you don't need to speak Japanese. I can understand English. So that's how she or he said it. And I was like, oh, don't worry. It's okay. I am very sorry about that. And then to build rapport, I try to build rapport because that introduction doesn't. So I try to engage myself by asking questions that would likely build rapport. But of course, the student doesn't seem engaging at all. And she's a one-liner. So say for example, I ask, do you like this? She will say, no. So I will say, why not? And then she will say, no, why? Or something like that. So I was like, I really don't know what to do. We started the lesson. I asked her to repeat the sentences twice, but she wasn't cooperating at all. Like, nothing. I was just like talking to the air. It's like a ghost call. In a call center, we call that as ghost call. But I don't know what to do. So instead of wasting the time, I just continued doing my best to teach it. And then after some time, I was able to caught her attention and she was speaking. But say for example, I asked her to repeat a certain pronunciation of a word or a particular word, then she will just ignore it or something. Then afterwards, she told me that her internet connection is really bad. So I said, that's okay. I'm going to slow down, and at the same time, I'm going to copy all the sentences and words to the chat box so she can follow what am I reading, because she also said that she cannot follow with the book even if I told her the page number, what sentence are we in. So I just utilized the chat box to do it. And yeah, so the class ended, and I know that it's not well because of the connection issue. Fast forward, after a week, I checked the Native Camps page to check my ratings, and there I've got my first 3 stars. And I guess that it came from that student. It is because all of my class went well, aside from that class. When I said went well, it really went well, aside from that class. So I know that 3 stars came from that class. So to be honest with you guys, when I received that 3-star rating, even though it is not a bad rating, it is just a neutral rating, I've got really sad. It is because I thought that I did my best, but maybe in that class, my best wasn't enough. So yeah, to be honest, who will be happy about it? It will affect your productivity. It will affect the overall impression of the potential students that would likely book your class or something like that. So it's kind of saddening. But actually, after 5 to 10 minutes, I realized that maybe it is a wake-up call for me to try something new. Because most of us are thinking that there is a bad student and there is a good student. So you just need to focus on the good side. But for me, I just realized that we also need to look for the negative things. Because negative things is something that will make us stronger and better. So that's why right now, my next goal is to try to appreciate the individual differences of my students. So maybe these students are not interested into this kind of stuff, and there are students who are interested into this. So I will try my best to figure out, to know, or to get to know more about my student by using different methodologies based on their personalities and such. So yeah, actually that 3-star rating, maybe if you got that in the future, don't be sad about it, but use it as a golden opportunity for you to grow, like to research, to do some improvement with our teaching methods, and maybe we can adjust it. Because of course, even if other people or many people are saying that we are good at this stuff, but of course, there will always be that one person who will say that you're not good enough. And this thing, instead of using it as a negative, use it as an alternative way or an option for you to adjust, to compromise from one people to another. So I will still continue teaching this kind of student. I will not block any student because I think that they are one of the most interesting student, and you can do something to also improve yourself by the help of this kind of student. Just like in call centers, if you're handling irate customer, it will always be like that. So I'm staying here at Native Camp. It is because I'm someone who is a man of action. I've got really bored when I'm not doing anything. I have this saying that I should never stop learning. So as early as now, I am gaining much experiences. So if I know that I can do something, then why don't I make it? And also, I'm saving money for my future. Because just like what I've said, in this world that we are living right now, everything is uncertain. We need to be ready. And of course, I have plans. I want to get rich. So if you guys want to get rich too, subscribe to my channel, of course. So yeah, and final thoughts about Native Camp. It's still worth it to work at Native Camp even into these days. But you're going to experience good things and bad things. I just want to be transparent to you guys that in ESL teaching, it's not always happy moments. Even though many people there are saying that it's happy to teach children because you really like children, there will always be that time, or there will be a possibility that you're going to experience this, and it's upon you on how you will be able to handle it. So if you have any bad experience or good experience about a certain company, especially in ESL teaching, you can comment down below because I really wanted to know that. So if you are watching this until the end, thank you so much. I don't know if I said something important or anything, but I would like to say thank you for doing that. And maybe you can leave a comment below and I'm going to feature you in my next video. So that's all for tonight. Thank you so much. This is Darrell FreeTalks. Bye-bye.